Those are the done ones. So I just got those. Okay. My granddaughter taught me how to do the sign language for the chorus of I'm a Child of God. When we put the sign language in Love One Another, that was to say this is a good thing to do. You want to have children involved, give them something to do, the movement. So movement with hand signing. Is there anyone here who's a signing person that, now, would you come and show me the real way to do the chorus? Are you okay with that? Because this is just what I remembered from Elizabeth showing me twice, and I wasn't sure it was right. So, is any of this even close? Lead me, guide me, and I don't think you can even see it. Just watch her, it's so beautiful. Sing really soft. Lead me, guide me, walk beside me, help me find a way, teach me all that I must do to live with Him someday. Beautiful. Did you just see how beautiful that is? Now you need to know that there's a website on LDS.org that you can click for the sign language and watch them do it. Yeah. So but this is a video. Here we go. Lead me, guide me, walk beside me, help me find the way, teach me all that I must do to live with Him someday. Oh, thank you. Round of applause. I would like to give you a gift for doing that on the spot. When we were in the Heckamore pageant, yes, question.
This sister just told me that the church website has sign language online.
It does for every single song, and you just.
Oh, you just said that?
But I had a hard time getting there, and then I couldn't make it play. So I don't know if you have to download something before. But anyway, it is there. And it's just hoping that there's somebody in your ward would be even better. Hoping there's a child so that they can feel that they're sharing this gift they have of that language. So I wanted to give you this book. When we were in the pageant, people would come early in the afternoon and sit and wait and wait and wait and wait so they'd have a good seat. And I thought, those kids are out there throwing frisbees. That isn't right. They should be doing something sacred. So I made a coloring book to tell about what goes on at the Heckamore pageant. But what the deal is, why I'm showing it to you, that when the Book of Mormon stories extra verses came out, see, you're too young, you were probably not born, they needed some pictures. So they asked me to do pictures for each of the new verses. So I did Alma the Younger, I did the Stripling Warriors, yes.
Are they church approved? Do they have a little stamp on the back? No, I'm serious.
They're in the
Lord,
friend.
don't let us.
They're in the friend,
Oh, okay.
yeah. But they're right here, the same ones.
They're okay, that's what I mean.
Well, I can't see Stripling Warriors. Anyway, so here's Lehi and going into Jerusalem, and my daughter teaches preschool. She said, you've got to put an animal on that page. And I said, camel's legs are the worst. So I put a camel and I put the word celebration. When you do Hold to the Rod, the Iron Rod, a few years ago, this one was helpful for the vision. Building the boat. And our son was Nephi the year that we went back. And there's a place where he says, touch me not. And our granddaughters who came to see it were just little. And every time they see Matt, that's still what they say to him, touch me not. It's funny what they remember. And here's the Benedict. Baptism. And here's Samuel. That was one of the verses. Exact same. I used the exact same picture. And then in our primary, some of the little children would say, that picture doesn't look like I'm in it. Picture of Jesus. So each one of these are one of the children in our Detroit River branch. So that they would know that Jesus left there too. And here's burying the plates, and there's the first vision, and then the statue. So anyway, if that's useful to you, if you're a picture hunter person, maybe I just wanted to show you that as a resource. So thank you for signing. Okay, now we want to sing the most important song of all, If the Savior Stood Beside Me. And we're doing this to demonstrate that it can be beautiful. I can't find a picture yet with just one child of the Savior. Anybody found one? Greg Olson, there you go. Is it church approved?
No, I'm serious, like I got in trouble for like using.
Yeah, there's some inside.
Stories.
It'll be in a minute.
Simon Dewey and.
There's one called Under His Wing.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I think more than with many children, I think with one, if the Savior stood beside me. Well, here's my attention getter. I just baked cookies. And my little brother came in and he wanted one. Which one am I going to give him? Now my friend came over. I have lots of cookies. Which one shall I give my friend? The Savior stopped by to visit. Which one will I give to the Savior? I think sometimes we don't make it as relevant as it should be. I mean, sharing cookies is big. So that's what my attention getter would be, to start the teaching of the song. And then there is a copy of the song, the last page handout that you have. This is how I learned this song. When you turn to the last page that has the music. Now the thing I want to teach is the message, and maybe you'll come up with a different message. But this is how I phrased it. I will be the kind of person I would want to be if the Savior stood beside me. That's as short as I could get it. Okay, my attention getter down the side, sharing cookies with my friend, with my little brother, with the Savior. And then for teaching the song, I really focus on the verbs, and I underline the verbs. I always go through the song and underline the action. Stood, stood, and is always in the 3 verses. Do, say, do. Do, say, there. So that's where I'm going to get messed up when I'm singing it, is because it's not the same every time. Yeah, so I need help for myself to get that. Okay, and then at the very end of the song, if I could see the Savior standing nigh, it's the same all 3 times, or all 2 times. At the 3rd time, it gets dragged out with half notes and goes up the scale instead of down the scale. So this is how you learn a song. You go through and notice what's different, you analyze. Then I like to look for rhyming words. Do and true, so I circle those. Say and way, there and care. And then you can ask questions about that. Can you hear a word that rhymes with this one? What is it? You know, so they listen while you go through it again. All right, then the rhythm. Long, short, long, long. Say, you're stood, be. Does that happen anywhere else? See the Savior. Harder to be. Follow his head. So that dotted note, you need to know where they are, because you will want to dot some that are not dotted. So be careful. Learn where the dots are. Practice it. Then there's a word that I bet the children don't ever say today. Nigh. Will you come nigh? So you say, what's another word that means near? Okay. And then I have the form of the song. See where the A is? Over the second line where the words start. If the Savior, that starts one idea, A. And then the first time you do, would I do the things I say? And then the next day goes, would I think of his commandments? And then it goes up. And try harder to. So those 2 are different. Anytime it's different, you better work on it, because that can trick you up. Then on the B part, follow his example. There's a scale going up, and all the scale notes are even. Would I live more righteously? That must be an important word, because it's up high. If I could, and then here's the C, the ending. Okay, so that kind of is explaining how I go about learning the song. Then, if you'll notice in, maybe not notice, I had to go through and pick out the chords, that's right. But I wanted them to play it with the chimes. I thought the chimes would be pretty, the bells that I ring. So I figured out the chords, and it only took C, F, D, and G7. 4 chords. So you could play that easily with the chimes. C chord, D minor, F, and G7. Those that I had on that other chart. The most often used, the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, and 5. Okay, now, I want this to be gorgeous when we sing it. So, I'm gonna have you do some slowing, some holding, some fermata. And we're gonna sing it once the way it is on your program. And I can't wave my arms, so you have to listen to the piano and follow. That's what they do anyway, don't they? They follow the piano. Did you notice I haven't used the piano hardly at all? Yeah, you don't teach with the piano. The piano is the reward of learning the song. The piano comes when they know it. Up until they know it, you don't want the piano because they can't get the pitch. Children respond to your sound, to your voice. They can hear the pitch and match you better than matching the piano. So don't start out with the whole piano. Maybe if you're nervous like I am about your squeaky voice, then I sometimes like the pianist to play along with me to support me, but don't let them have the whole accompaniment the first time. Wait, save it. Okay. Does that sound like a lecture? Sorry. This is the introduction. And this is your program. If a Savior stood beside me, would I do the things I do? Would I think of His commandments and try harder to be true? Would I follow His example? Would I live more righteously if I could see the Savior standing nigh, watching over me? Did you feel that? Anybody? Did you feel it? Just because we grew and then we got soft, you feel something. It's the emotional part of the song. Don't skip that. Lots of times we just go, da, 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 beat that song to death. You've got to have some places that are flexible. And they are natural. When you're going up, you grow louder. When you come down, you grow softer. You don't have to, but that's a natural expression. You sing it a few times and you'll start to feel it. And my nose is running. So I'll get my Kleenex here. Or I'll just sniff. Oh, shoot. Now I'm going to play the fancy accompaniment that is, oh, thank you. I don't know what my problem is. You get old and these leaks start Okay, on Sally DeFord. Did I put it on the handout? Yeah. Okay, if you go to www.defordmusic.com, there'll be an alphabetical listing of all of her songs. Sister DeFord gives all of her music away. She is so generous. And so this song, I think I put on the top, it was actually in the Friend in 1993. It was a contest winner. And then in 2008, it was in a staff meeting program. And now again this year. So she has, over the years, done a two-part mixed chorus, which was sung at General Conference. And she also has a flute part in there. So if you go to those sites, you can find it. Make sure your flute part is in the same key as what the pianist is playing. Okay, now we're going to sing the whole song straight through, and you're going to follow me. Okay?